All right, let's talk about something fascinating and, honestly, a little terrifying, Roman beauty. We're going to peel back that perfect marble look and see what was really going on behind the scenes. The pain, the brutality, you get the idea.
So, when you think of Roman beauty, what's the first thing that comes to mind? For most of us, it's probably those flawless marble statues. They look so serene, so graceful. It's all about that perfect skin, that timeless, effortless elegance. And yeah, it's a really powerful image.
Okay, but what if I told you that whole effortless elegance thing was a total illusion, and that the reality was, well, a lot more about pain and poison? Seriously, that natural look was anything but. It was a daily grind. And that's the big contradiction we're diving into here.
All right, so let's get right to the core of this. This was not just about looking pretty. For the Romans, beauty was a kind of brutal discipline. The suffering involved, that wasn't some unfortunate side effect. No, in a lot of ways, the suffering was the whole point.
And that idea just changes everything, doesn't it? See, for the Romans, virtue wasn't some private, internal thing. You had to perform it. It had to be public. So your ability to just take the pain, to discipline your own body where everyone could see it, that was a direct sign of your inner character, of your self-control.
So get this, looking beautiful wasn't even really about being attractive. It was about putting on a show. It was a way to broadcast your strength, your status, your virtue to the world. Think of it like a visual resume, showing off just how disciplined you were.
Okay, so that's the philosophy. But how did it actually play out in real life? Well, let's start with something pretty shocking. The literal poison of perfection. And it all began with this obsession, this quest for super pale skin.
You have to remember, this was a society where most people worked outside, under that hot Mediterranean sun. So if you had pale skin, that was the ultimate status symbol. It was like a walking billboard that just screamed, hey, I'm so rich I don't have to do manual labor. It was a sign of leisure, of power, that you were way above the common folk.
So the big question is, how do you even get that look when the sun is working against you every single day? And maybe more importantly, what was the real price you paid for wearing that status symbol on your face?
The answer? White lead. Yep. Their foundation was made from a heavy metal mixture called cerussa. You put this stuff on your face every day, and it just seeps right into your skin, into your bloodstream. It's literally a substance that slowly poisons you, but, fashionably. And that was the discipline, right? Enduring the sickness, all for the sake of the look.
But hey, it wasn't just about poison. The next big thing was achieving that natural look. And let me tell you, that came with its own special brand of agony. This might sound familiar. Smooth, totally hairless skin was seen as the absolute peak of sophistication, not a single stray hair. The whole goal was to look like you were just born that way, naturally, effortlessly perfect.
Yeah, effortless was not in the vocabulary here. The standard was absolute. It was so intense that it created whole new jobs, like the Ellipolus. His job? He was a professional armpit hair plucker. I'm not kidding. The philosopher Seneca actually wrote about how you could hear the shrill cry of the hair plucker and his clients over all the noise at the public baths. Imagine that. It was this painful public ordeal, all to create the illusion of private, effortless perfection.
And the agony wasn't just physical. Think about hair dye. To get the right color, Romans used these concoctions. We're talking things like rotten leeches, pigeon droppings, boiled walnuts, and ash. I mean, can you imagine the smell? One writer literally said it smelled like a mistake. So you had to put up with the pain and these horrible smells, all in the name of that Roman discipline.
Okay, so let's pull all of this together. What can we take away from this whole disciplined approach to beauty? What do these painful Roman rituals really teach us today?
I think the biggest takeaway is this. For an elite Roman, beauty was never really about just being beautiful. It was a performance. It was a public stage, a place where you proved your virtue by putting up with poison. You proved your strength by enduring pain, and you proved your status by doing it all with a calm, serene look on your face.
And that really just leaves us with one final thought, doesn't it? It's so easy for us to look back at all this and just call it barbaric. But it kind of forces us to turn the mirror on ourselves, right? What painful or expensive or maybe even poisonous rituals do we just accept as a normal part of beauty today? Definitely something to think about.